I'm here to share makeup. So if your makeup routine is not quick, easy, fun, affordable, perfect for mature skin, perfect for all skin types, then you found the right place. Just keep watching, and we're going to do a quick makeup tutorial using Seint Beauty. It is a cream 3D foundation system that works all together and is wonderful for mature skin because it's cream, so it's hydrating, but it is also perfect for oily skin. And if you're a beginner in makeup, like in your preteens or even late teens, it's perfect for you too, because guess what? It is so easy and so quick. You don't need a lot of it, and all it's going to do is just kind of do a little bit of enhancing. So let's just get started. I'm actually going to apply it today with just kind of doing the finger dot method all over my face, blend it in. I need to leave home in less than 10 minutes, and so I don't have a lot of time. I have already went into my compact. This is my magnetic compact. These little tins, they all just kind of pop in. But what I love about it is that I can put everything into one spot, and it's all TSA approved. So you just throw it in your bag and go. Keep it in your travel bag whenever you're going somewhere, and you don't have to worry about packing a whole bunch of stuff. I can literally grab this and a brush and some mascara, and I'm well on my way. So I went ahead and done my eyes. I did a super simple eye look. I think I used Bubba Bright Eyes and a little bit of pomegranate, just enough to give me a little bit of color. So let's just get started. We're going to start first with our contour shade. You can apply it whichever way. Hey, Ashley. You can apply it whatever way works for you. It doesn't matter. There is no wrong way to do this. You just kind of map out your face. Everyone's face is different. But you know what? For the most part, your mapping is very similar to most people. So you don't have to worry if you don't know where your cheekbones are or anything. You just kind of feel for it. And the more you play with it, the more you will love it. And then you will be like, oh, I think I may have went too low, or I may have went too high. It's kind of a trial and error because something works different for each person sometimes. So I'm just doing just a few areas that I kind of want to chisel or sculpt. Right here, since I'm getting older, these little pockets hold fluid. I need to get my gua sha stone out, but I'm lazy. So we're going to try to minimize that a little bit. So that's my contour done. We're going to go in now with my brightening highlight, and I'm going to use the color Aura. So the one that I used first was Astoria, and now we're going to go in with Aura. And I'm not blending this in, so it's going to look really crazy to start with. And you don't have to do it this way. You could do it with a brush. This is just such an easy method, and I feel like it's great for beginners. I personally prefer the brush, but this is just one way that some people like. Yesterday I did this way, and then I just all day I was like, oh, I don't know why I don't do that method more. So now look like we're going into war. Well, let me get just a little bit under there. And if you need to go back and add more, you worry about it when you need to worry about it. Isn't that a good saying? Now I'm going to go in with my main highlight, Sandy. And so everywhere that I really don't have anything, I'm going to kind of fill in the blanks. So that's what, when I talk about mapping out your face, you just kind of map where your colors go. They don't have to overlap. If you want to layer them, it's totally up to you. But this makeup is not necessarily meant to layer. It's kind of just whatever works for you. So I'm going to go in with the color Sandy. And I'm going to just kind of dot it. And I'm not putting a lot. When I have it on my finger, I just have just a little bit because I don't scoop it in there. I just tap on it. And these little tins will last. Like the makeup that I'm putting on right now, this would last probably 2 to 4 months. Now, if you go quicker than that, then you probably use really more than you need, but that's okay too. If you like more full coverage or to have a heavier look, that is fine. It's totally up to you. Our contour, that can last from 6 to 12 months, and our lip and cheeks can last up to a year. Our bronzer can last up to maybe, I think, 6 months. So you don't have to worry about, oh, whenever you get through with the color, you just order a new one and pop it into your compact. This is a large compact. This carries 27 of these tins. because you'll find if you try it that you just get where you want it all, and then you will add want to add more and more and more. And like a lip and cheek, you may want to start off simple, add one lip and cheek, and then you know, the next month or something, payday rolls around, you're like, oh, I think I want to add a couple more to my collection. So I always suggest getting a palette that's big enough to hold several extra that you want to buy later on. I usually tell everyone that first orders from me to get a 12, but some people go even bigger than that. Some people go smaller. It's totally up to you. So now I have all this mapped on my face. The colors that I'm using so far, I've used Astoria Contour, Aura is my brightening highlight, and then Sandy is my main highlight, and that's the one that you can barely tell that I've put it on because you can't really see it. And I actually think I missed. It's really hard for me to see on my phone because it's bright outside, but I love to do this right here by my window because it's going to give you guys the best natural light experience to see my makeup and how it truly, and I have pores and everything, so I don't worry about any of that. You know, that's normal. That's natural. You can't make them go away. You can try to minimize them. So now I'm going to flip over to my second layer where I have my lip and cheeks and my bronzers. And then I'm going to put my bronzer on. Sometimes I do this afterwards when I blend it all. But today, I'm going to just go ahead and do it. Why not? So I kind of almost put my bronzer up in a C. So right here, and then just for good measure, I like to kind of do a little bit on my nose. Sometimes I'll do my neck too, depending on if I've self-tanned, or during the summer, my neck is always lily white and my face is dark as the days, as the nights. So sometimes I have to do that, but I'll wait till I blend it all out to see how much bronzer that I need to kind of marry them together. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my lip and cheek too. And I have been loving lately to use nude and Frenchie together, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to use nude. I'm going to put that here, and I'm just going to pop it. You know what? I'm going to be pretty generous with it. And I kind of pop it. I mean, you can do it on the apples of your cheeks, but they'll move up a little bit. So I kind of always just put mine right here, because even when I blend it out, it'll blend down some. And then once I have that on, then I will pop this Frenchie kind of in the center and then kind of go to the middle part. I love Frenchie too. I like to mix them. Mix and match. And then I'm also really quick going to line my lips. And then I can use that lip and cheek on my cheeks and on my lips. And this is just maybe a Maybelline. No, it's a NYX. I mean, look at the way that is. Did I sharpen that too much? No, it actually popped out. But still, I was going to break it off if that was the case. This is a NYX. The color is Need Me, and oh my gosh, it is, I think, the perfect nude. So I just kind of line my lips. I don't necessarily overdraw them, but sometimes I do. Depends on my mood for the day. I'm not really I'm more of a natural kind of makeup gal. Even though I consider myself a Seint artist, I use the term artist super duper loosely because I just can help people pick their colors out. I'm good at that. I'm not the best at makeup. You don't have to be the best at this makeup. It's goof proof, and I'm a goof. But I can give you a color match. Okay. Now we've got my makeup. I'm matte. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Just watch. The magic's fixing to happen. There's two ways you can do it. I can take a setting spray. I can spray it, and then I can go ahead and blend it out. And I feel like if you do that, and I have done it several times, it's on trend now. As you look, everybody does the same thing. So, of course, I had to try it. And I agree. I really like doing this, and I feel like I don't use as much setting spray because I douse myself in this stuff. I love setting spray. And this is the one that's by Revolution. Seint has one as well, but this is a mattifying one, and I love it. It's like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. I've used both of them. This one's just as great and like a third of the price. So Ulta, like 10 or $11 or something. So I get this one. Love it. But I really douse myself with it. So I can go ahead and spray this, and then it blends together. But this cream, the more it sits on your face, it just kind of becomes a buttery consistency. So you don't have to have a spray. And I usually don't. But what it does is it kind of goes ahead and it infuses it, and I feel like it does help it set longer. I mean, just in my opinion. Let me put a little bit of Lip and Cheek on, and I'm going to use the same 2 colors. So this is nude, and then I'm going to pop right over that. And then I like a glossy finish. So I will typically go and put a gloss on, but I will probably do that here in a little bit. All right. So I am going to use the setting spray. But you don't have to do this step. It's totally up to you. I always shake it. It's a fine, fine mist. You can't use that much with some setting sprays because you will probably drown yourself. So make sure you wear a life preserver if you have a different. Okay, so I'm just going to go in. I'm going to start blending. And I always start, again, with my lightest colors. And some people think, how does the colors not bleed all over your face? Well, if you just go smearing, then sometimes they will run together. But if I'm doing a very stippling action like this, and all it's doing is pressing it into my skin, and then I will come back and do my darker colors last. I usually always go ahead and do my jawline while I'm down here, because if you forget, you'll embarrass yourself later. Or somebody else will be like, I don't think I like that makeup on you. You've got that orange line from the 90s there. So see how that's already blended out? I'll zoom in too, so you can see how imperfect my skin is. But with this makeup, it still looks good and it looks natural. If you want to glam it up, and you can go as hog wild as you want to with this makeup. You do not have to go super natural. If you want to just wear the wild colors and just have those cheekbones snatched and just, go red carpet, you can. This makeup is totally perfect for that too. But what I love is it is really easy for every beginner. And the more you play with it, the more comfortable you'll get, the more confident you'll get. And then you'll also can go and play with more of just, do you like a natural look? Because this is probably a medium, because this isn't necessarily natural, but it is not heavily made up either. And that's what I love about it. And these brushes that we have, they're double-ended. I've had this one since I've been wearing this makeup for 2.5 years. This is the same. This is the very first brush that I ever bought. Absolutely in love with this brush. It's my favorite, and you can get this in a bronzer collection. And what I was going to say earlier is I can give you a color match if there's something that you would you'd be interested in trying this. Of course, I haven't linked. Oh, I probably could put that here too. And let me pin that comment. So my color match form's there. You can just put a picture in there, answer a couple questions like preference-wise, if you like neutrals or what color you like on your cheeks. And then within 24 hours, typically, I will try to turn around and send you your results. But this makeup is so forgiving. And how crazy it looked to start with. And if I wanted more bronzer or more blush or more anything, I could then go in and do that also. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ashley. So that's really it for my makeup look. I don't have to do anything else. I will go in, though, and use a damp beauty sponge. We have the Perfector sponge. It's super bouncy, but I will go in and make sure that everything gets married together. And I feel like my neck and my face match well enough, but if it didn't, I would take the fluffy end of this brush and I would just kind of dust it very lightly on the top of my bronzer, and then I would just kind of drag it down my neck. But this is good enough. Okay, and so now I'm going to go in with this sponge. I'm live, baby.
I know, I ain't gonna say that.
I was okay. I have to make sure you know.
You said $40 on Amazon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We got birthday parties today, so my son went out to do something. I was like, if you'll do his little errands for me, that'll help too. So I'm going to bounce this around. This will pick up any extra product. That's the number one problem that people have with this makeup, is they're so used to traditional makeup, how you go in and I feel like you just load it on. You do not have to use a lot of this. It's pigmented, so just a little bit goes a long way, and then when it sits on your skin, it warms up, it gets buttery, and it just blends out so beautifully. But yeah, I could go in now with anything else that I wanted to. Like an illuminator, a little bit more of this, that, and the other, whatever I wanted to do. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go in with my setting spray one more time, and just really quick, because I already put it in my makeup too when I blended it. And then I'm going to let it set for just a second and dry. Then I'm going to powder, and then I'm going to finish off with an illuminator. Sometimes I do my illuminator first, but if I do, sometimes I'll powder over it. And, you know, that defeats the whole purpose to the shimmers. But yeah, this is all cream, so it's like crazy how it all works on your face. The first time I ever watched one of these videos, I was like, OMG, what is this sorcery that I'm seeing? And I had to have it, I had to try it, and fell in love. This is just the Fit Me powder that I popped out of the other tin and popped it in here, because this is magnetic palette, so you can, anything metal will pop in there. So once I've powdered everything, then I'm going to go back to my illuminator. We're almost done. And I'm going to pop it. And I'm just barely touching anything in there. See how that is? Little shimmers. And see the little crinkles? When it's cream, now we have powder too, but when it's cream, it's not going to set in those fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to move with your skin. That's why this is so amazing for mature skin. I'm in my mid-40s, and for the first time, I feel like my skin is at its prettiest, and that I can put on makeup better now than I could my whole entire life. I was terrible at makeup, and I got the pictures to prove it. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to do a quick zoom. Oh, look at my dog back there. Quick zoom to see. Like, see? Yeah, I've got pores. I mean, they're not going anywhere. But this makeup does not sit. It does not sit in the pores either. Like, and you don't want to. Another thing with the makeup, so I am done. But another thing with the makeup is you don't want some of the pore filling primers. If you're not careful, they will have like silicone or something like that. It's got a real slippery consistency. And this makeup is cream, so the cream and the silicone does not mix well together. So you want to find something that's water based, or you know, something like that too. So you don't even, most people don't even use a primer, but I use the e.l.f. Power Grip, and that's probably my go-to for the main primer that I use. So there we go. If you would love a color match, I would love to color match you. It's colormatchbysusie.com. When I repost this, I will try to post it here on with a link, and it'll also be pinned in my comments. So thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.